Loughran, well, maybe displayed the intemperance of youth, getting disqualified against Tony Akubia.
That's a question mark tonight that Damon will be determined to answer against his first real world-class opponent as a professional. You know, his amateur pedigree is absolutely unquestionable.
That's for sure. Boucher, the now familiar red and white of his adopted Canada. And Loughran, well, what else? Green and white. Now, we were talking to Freddie King, Loughran's trainer, before the fight. He said the battle plan for the first 3-4 rounds, just to stay with him. Just draw the jab a little bit, hold the center of the ring, work the body.
I think that could be a real good ploy for Eamonn, is to definitely work the body. In the visits I've seen of Boucher, Mickey Hughes did hurt him with a body shot downstairs, and I know he's a good solid pro and he'll be in great shape, but Loughran is a wicked body puncher.
I've got to say that Loughran looks a weight above Boucher.
They're both coming at 10-6 this afternoon, both obviously in great shape, but Eamonn really does look big.
I mean, Eamonn Loughran looks like a light middle. But, as you say, they're both inside the welterweight championship limit, 10-7.
I think the ring is to Eamonn's advantage. It's a small ring, so if Boucher's planning on a running mission, Eamonn hasn't got to run too far to catch him. But at the moment, they're just sorting out one another and looking to see who's going to be the governor.
Well, we saw against Mickey Hughes that Boucher can handle a big puncher.
They don't come any bigger than Mickey Hughes in that department.
This is a good start by Loughran.
It certainly give the champion Boucher room for thought, because he's been picked up by 1 or 2 good shots. So head and body. You know, it's very early days in a 12-round contest.
Well, this is a good opening by Loughran. Let's not get too carried away, but it is a good start by the Irishman.
You know, as we've already stated, Dave, this is Eamonn's big chance tonight, and he'll probably box above anything he's ever produced or thought he was capable of producing in his past.
But as you say, Jimmy, I think the key, if Loughran is going to win this fight, I think the key will be the body shots, because he's a devastating body puncher.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see him really operate on, and especially early in the contest, first half a dozen rounds, really sink in body shots home and up the pace for the champion.
Oh, that was a good left from Loughran.
He's hurt.
And Boucher is hurt.
It's caught him in the eye, I think, but he's definitely hurt him.
This is a real surprise. Boucher blinking furiously. That was Loughran's round, all right, making no mistake.
A big round as well.
No, this is the champion of the Commonwealth, Donovan Boucher. Won the title. God, it seems like an age ago, doesn't it? Won the title against Gary Jacobs in Scotland. That was in the wake of that defeat against Glenwood Brown. Came over just a couple of months later and beat Jacobs. Let's take a look at this shot again, Jim.
I think it's a left hook from Eamonn Loughran. There it is, bang, left hook, followed up with a right hand which never connected, but you can see the left hook's done the damage. There's Boucher immediately attending his right eye with his right hand. You know, should Eamonn Loughran pull off the victory tonight, he's arrived as a world-class candidate, and all sorts of doors could be opening.
This
previously bolted tight and probably unimaginable. So he's got a gate crash the party with a victory.
You said it. You said all there is to say on that subject, Jim. Round 2.
I think you're going to see the championship material that Boucher possesses here, because he's going to try and gain respect out of Loughran now. I'm sure he's going to try and, I've got to use the word, he's going to try and spank him.
Well, he's been in, we're talking about he's been in with big punches, he's been in with Mickey Hughes, he's been in with Sean Sullivan. And
he was a great fighter.
And Sean Sullivan didn't even last 2 rounds. Sean O'Sullivan, yeah, didn't even last 2 rounds with Boucher.
Loughran at the moment is absolutely buzzing. He's seen he's hurt the champion. He can almost taste the sweet smell of victory. But he needs to remember that Boucher's a class act.
Freddie King's battle plan might go out the window if he gets much more success. Success can be a heady drug.
He just needs to show experience that he hasn't actually gained as of yet and stay nice and cool and just go about his work in a nice professional manner. He's very strong, Loughran, and Boucher's appreciating just how strong as they're going up close, unloading shots on one another. It's going to be a good, tough fight.
Boucher, 9 years older than his opponent tonight.
Also 9 years more experience.
That's right.
Can Eamonn do what Gary Jacobs, Curtin Lang, Mickey Hughes and Robert Wright have failed and take this title?
That was a little low,
Boucher.
Adrian Morgan. This has a word with Loughran. That left was a little bit low. Credit to Boucher, did not make a meal of it.
Yeah, he's a good pro. Eamonn's getting home with some good shots. He certainly ain't overawed, Eamonn Loughran. He's gone about his task with absolute vigour. He really is firing on all cylinders. Uppercut to the body there from Boucher.
And the champion showing true class in the final exchanges of that second round. Don Boucher, who after he beat Robert Wright back in March at the Grosvenor House Hotel, he said he wasn't interested in coming back to Britain to defend his welterweight title anymore. He was after bigger honours, but a world title shot has been so elusive that he's really been forced back into the ring. He hasn't fought since beating Robert Wright in March.
Yeah, he's, you know, Dave, he's, like you said, he's a good solid pro who's probably on the we don't need him list, but let's see Loughran here. He's got Boucher trapped on the ropes and fires home that left hook yet again. And you just see him hunting that title. He really, really, really wants it badly.
Go on, 10 seconds.
You know, he knows if he gets beat tonight, he's got to lower his sights a little bit. He maybe found his level. His title ambitions and big paydays will temporarily be shelved, but he wants them right now.
Main event on Screen Sport tonight on Pro Boxing Doncaster. Eamonn Loughran in the green and white challenging Donovan Boucher in the red and white for the Welterweight Championship of the Commonwealth. And Loughran is putting up a good fight so far.
I think these early rounds, Dave, could, you know, if this fight's to go the 12-round distance, these early rounds could be vital.
Here comes Boucher. I think he's had enough of getting clipped and clobbered another young challenger in the opening couple of rounds.
That left hook from the body that Eamonn's employing is a classic. We'll throw back to the old Barry McGuigan days, eh?
I bet he's watching tonight, is Barry.
Cracking left hook. There it is. Just got to keep sinking it in and doubling it up. But Eamonn looks very, very relaxed. He doesn't seem to be expending unwanted energy. He's picking his shots, letting them go, and having a little breather. Probably thinking about the distance. You know, I often go on about the distance as I've used before, that like a marathon, you don't know you can do it until you've accomplished it. And it'll be in the back of Eamonn's mind, can I do 12 rounds? Certainly showing. Good left hook.
Oh, yes!
Boucher.
Oh, yes!
Boucher's in big trouble.
He is!
He's gone. He's gone.
A count of 7. The champion in enormous trouble and through the ropes.
That's all over. He won't recover from that. I'll be surprised if he does.
The count is 5.
As tough as a champion he is, Loughran's got the title there to
The
take
title
right now.
is going to change hands any minute.
The referee's going to stop this.
It's it. It's all over.
Loughran's caused the upset and won the Commonwealth title.
Oh my word!
An excited Barry Earn and Freddie King going to show just how pleased they are, because he's really upset the apple cart there.
That is one of the biggest upsets in world boxing this year. I kid you not.